from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Kirk Cousins and the Denver Broncos taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Back, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And it is Teddy Bridgewater leading the way in his 7th season out of Louisville.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To the air again with Bridgewater. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Brandon Ayuk returning it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll They'll be led out by their veteran signal caller. In his 9th season now, it's Kirk Cousins.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit good-naturedly. But they let him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Well, Matt Breida actually had the fastest play of 2019, hitting 22.3 miles an hour on an 83-yard touchdown run, and he was moving here too.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Quick slant to Brown, and down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Cousins caught left side by Hilton.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Down the middle of the field. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd and goal for Cousins. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he puts it through. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Boston Scott on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. at their own 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 30 on second down, Bridgewater got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
First down, Buccaneers.
First down, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
3rd and 7.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 19.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 2.
This is Breida. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive
offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he's out right at the 25. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Caught on the right side by Jones. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Cousins. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 11 yards there, first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
First down 10. at their own 20.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
The 24-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The 8-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 8 yards out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3 quarters in the books. return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bridgewater to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again with Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the interception, Cousins. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. This is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over. I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. First down, here's Cousins. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Brown, the lone receiver left. Cousins again. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll... come out to the 25. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He sets up the screen to Jones. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Here's Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Flush to his right. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, it winds up getting buried for the loss. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now Heineke. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Bridgewater. Wide open receiver complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.